Hello friends, Namaste. Welcome all of you to my channel, that is the Finance Guru, Pawan Kumar Jha. Today I would be discussing the concept of shareholder value analysis, and this is a very important concept. Why I am telling this one? Because as a shareholders, so we would also like to know what we mean by shareholders value. And when we say that shareholder value maximization, if we uh, consider the financial management goal, then the main primary objective of financial management is all about maximization of the shareholders wealth. Okay, while second could be that's a profit maximization, but main objective is the how we could maximize the shareholders wealth. Now the question is about what we understand by the shareholder wealth. First of all, shareholder value. Today I will discuss about its concept first of all, then I will discuss its overall process of finding shareholder value, then ultimately I will discuss the things how we could analyze the shareholders value, friends. Okay friends, these are the basic background, we can say that. Now let's talk about why to analyze the shareholder value, friends. So when we say that shareholders value in a business term, sometimes phrased as a shareholder value maximization, and which is the primary objective of company's financial management. Overall financial management, we can say that. So the novel way of linking the net present value approach to strategic planning, we can say that, right? So net present value here is simply the total present value of benefit minus present value of the cost. So today discussion would be also important when you are working as a project manager, friends. Okay, it's not about only this is the in area of finance, and we could just link the concept. That means we could link this concept when we work as a fund manager, even investors, from the company perspective too, friends. Okay, so it focus on how the business can plan and manage its activities to increase the value for the shareholders, at the same time benefit other stakeholder. Here stakeholder means having the interest in the company, like employees, government, investors, policy maker, etc. So number of the large companies have embarrassed, that is the in Hindi we can say that संगठनों ने स्वीकार कर लिया है. For example, the different organization, large organization have accepted shareholders value analysis as a decisions, strategies to enhancing the value of the equity, we can say that. So value of equity from the capital structure point of view, we can say that it's noted by E or S, we can say that. Okay, now let's talk about the question is about how we are going to find the shareholder value. So this is basic concept is that shareholder value analysis is basically net present value of the future cash flow. That is the basic concept here. Okay, so at first we have to estimate the free cash flow. So this is simply net operating profit after tax plus depreciation, capital expenditure minus investment in additional working capital requirement, that is the change in working capital. While this is net operating profit after tax is simply we say that operating profit, that is the earning before interest and tax, and 1 minus tax. Since this is the case of we are talking about unlevered capital structure, friends. Okay, so unlevered means which uses only equity sources, no debt, while depreciation is the non-cash expenses, friends. Okay, and while capital expenditure is simply change in property, plant and equipment plus depreciations. As per Nepal accounting standard, I'm talking about on the property, plant and equipment, that will explain by the NAS 06. While investment in additional working capital requirement, that is the change in working capital. If this is not given, friends, so working capital is simply we can say that net working capital is current asset minus current liabilities. Okay, which you will take from the balance sheet of the company. So this year net working capital and the last year net working capital, that will provide our you as a change in working capital, friends. Now let's talk about how we are going to illustrate the concept of share, shareholder value analysis. Okay, so you are given the simply the given information, that is the case of unlevered form. In 1000 sales revenue is there, operating expenses including 6000 as a depreciation, while corporate tax rate is 30% property plant and equipment is 60,000 for 2025, while for 24 is 40,000. Cost of capital, this is simply the cost of raising of funds, we can say that, while investment tax credit rate is 5%. This is simply the cash incentive provided by the government when we invest as per the government prioritized area. When the company invests as the in the line of companies in the line of government prioritized area of investment. Okay, so cash service value given in the question is 8,000, while we assume that the book service value is the 6,000. Okay, so what would be our shareholder value here? So at first we need to estimate the free cash flow. We discounted it and then we exclude the net cash outlay, so that would provide us shareholder value information. Okay, so simply we have a sales of how much? 2,50,000. We say less operating expenses including 6,000 non-cash expenses depreciation. So operating income is 1,60,000. Less corporate tax is 30% on this operating income. Okay, so this is how much? 48,000. So net operating profit after tax NOPAT is 1,12,000. Again we have to add back depreciation. Okay, reason is that we are going to find the free cash flow here. So 6,000. So cash earnings from operation before considering the change in working capital and the capital expenditure. This in shortcut we can say that capex. Okay, so less additional working capital that is given in the question is the 5,000. So once we exclude the additional working capital, that is simply, friends, operating cash flow here, 1,13,000. While less capital expenditure, that is the change in work property plant and equipment plus depreciation expenses. So in 2025 we have a 60,000, 2024 is the 40,000. So change in property plant and equipment is that 20,000 plus 6,000, so that is 26,000. So that means once we exclude this value from operating cash flow, that will provide us what? Free cash flow. Okay, free cash flow available to the firm. Now this is the 87,000, while cost of capital we have a 12%, and that is why present value of the free cash flow, or we can say the discounted value, is that simply this value into either we say present value interest factor 12% 1 year, PBIF factor. Yeah, we could use the formula into 1 by 1 plus k power 1. So this is how much? 77,678, friends. Okay, now what about the net cash outlay? So based by using the capital investment, capital budgeting technique, we could estimate the net cash outlay like this. Like we have a equation is that total cost of new machine plus minus working capital plus investment tax credit is the cash inflow. When we have a increase in working capital, additional working capital is the cash outflow. When we have a decrease, that is the inflow. Okay, cash salvage value today, and while plus minus tax is that whether that is the tax liability is there, that is minus. When we have a tax saving, that is the plus. Okay, that is the cash inflow. So at first we are going to find here the tax liability or the tax saving. Cash salvage value given in the question is how much, friends? This is 8,000. Okay, book salvage value 6,000. That's why we say that gain is that cash salvage value is greater than book salvage value. That is the basic reason we say that 2,000 is our gain based on given information I'm talking about here. So the tax rate is 30%. That's why tax liability is 600. Now you put the value minus 60,000. That is the additional working capital 5,000. Investment tax credit is the 5% is given of how much? 60,000. 2025. That's property plant and equipment plus cash salvage value is given. This is 8,000. Now minus 600. So 54,600 is our net cash outlay, which is also known as initial investment. Okay, and that's why we exclude this 54,600 from this value, friends. And that is the basic reason we say that shareholder value, which is simply we can say the net present value. Yeah, this is 23,078.57. That means obviously it causes increment in the shareholder value. Okay, otherwise if we would have a, let's see, our shareholder value is in negative, that means we could not increase the shareholder value. So we have to sometime revisit our investment process, all those things. Okay, so that we could correct the coming year investment strategy, friends. Okay, friends, these are the things that I would like to share today. If you like this content, please like, subscribe, and also share my channel, that is the Finance Guru, Pawan Kumar Jha. Thank you all of you for watching this video. Please take care all of you. Thank you.